Hello, hello, hello. It's part 2 of this week's Ask Martin Monday Roundup, which we've now renamed Ask Martin Anything for the sake of YouTube, due to a mass of complaints about confusion of people saying it's nothing to do with property. Well, it is something to do with property, but it's just not all to do with property. So, hey, there's lots of other bits on this channel. If you want to just stick to the property stuff, go and check out the masterclass. That is pure property. Check out the DIY bits. I mean, that's pure property. Some of the tips, they're all property. This is the only thing where I ramble about other stuff because I hope you enjoy it. So make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, it's all about Ask Martin Monday. Hashtag Ask Martin Monday on Twitter. Seems to be the place we do it. You can also ask questions down here, and anything about anything. It's Ask Martin Anything. If you want to be property related, ask me. But you'll have to sift through this drivel. Oh, I have to tell you the other thing we're going to try. We're going to try doing this live. Oh yeah, on probably a Monday night. Yeah, that makes sense. So let me know what time on a Monday night would be good for you. Okay, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because we're going to do it live on YouTube. And I'll answer the questions like I'm answering these now. But I guess you can interact in that way. But we'll save it or film it or video it, record it, whatever happens. And then it'll be on YouTube anyway. But maybe that's a better way for you to interact. My daughter, right, has got a TikTok account. Good on her. So she put out this video, okay, which is basically completely rubbish. And she admits it, right? If I was just like swiping the screen or something. And it's had like over 1 million views. What was that all about? I create what I think are quite interesting videos and I get like 200 views. I mean, what on earth is going on? So, Ian Sparks, question number 1. Have there been any properties that you can't go back to film after they've been renovated due to the new owners thinking they've done a great job, but in fact, it still looks nice or? No, we always go back to properties. The only thing that will stop us going back to a property is the new owner saying, no, you can't come back. And that has happened occasionally for reasons we don't know generally. Circumstances might have changed. I think most people are quite proud of what they've done. I guess if people have made a big error and lost lots of money, it takes quite a character to say, oh, whatever, and admit that mistake, because it probably will have been a mistake, and be stoical about it to lots of people on the telly. All knowing there's lots of people watching. But mostly people have us back and, we film and feature most of the stuff we can. Janie Mode. Hello, Janie. Good morning. Good morning. If you had a bad credit rating but recently cleared your debts, is there a length of time where you will have to prove yourself creditworthy before lenders will consider giving you a mortgage? Oh gosh, the world is so run by blooming credit ratings these days, isn't it? Okay, so my advice to you, first of all, is go to an independent mortgage broker, because they will be able to guide you on the sort of criteria that different mortgage lenders are looking for. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, right? So that's why I'm suggesting you go to a professional financial advisor or an independent mortgage broker. And they will say, let's look at your circumstances. Let me see your credit report. Let me analyse what's gone on there. And then such and such a lender will be more understanding and more human being orientated rather than just computer that says no. And they may be able to get you a mortgage depending on whatever your credit rating is. As a general rule, of course, you probably know that your credit rating completely refreshes every 6 years. So even if the worst things have happened, then they will come off your credit report after 6 years, which is obviously quite a long time to wait. All they really want to know is that, can you afford the loan that you're potentially taking out? And can you prove that you have paid regular payments towards loans in the past? So that's what they're looking for, Jenny. James Johnson. Hello, James. Hi, Martin. Do you think of yourself as much of a chef? If you do, what's the best dish you can cook up? Well, I do love cooking, actually. I think it's a really nice thing to do for a person or a group of people. And I can turn my hands to most things. I wouldn't say I was a chef, but I am a reasonably proficient cook. And my signature dish, if I'm really trying to impress, is salmon en croûte, which is salmon, in case you don't know, salmon fillets wrapped in with salmon mousse on the top and in the middle, wrapped in puff pastry. Now I have to say I buy the puff pastry. There's no point in making puff pastry. It's like way too much effort. Yeah, that normally goes over really well. So with a nice tomato and mascarpone sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Chris Lawton. Hello, Chris. Hi, Martin. Hi. On Homes Under the Hammer, who chooses which properties you feature on the show, and what is the criteria for the properties you decide? Well, we go to the auction first. That's the starting point. We film all the stuff at the auctions. Now, obviously, at the moment, that's a bit different because we are limited to online auctions. So it is a bit different at the moment. we just feature what people who are happy to be featured. We try to get a balance. We try to cover different prices of properties and locations in the country, and that's it. And we're just trying to balance it out and make it an interesting and sort of balanced show. So, we wouldn't have, just one location continually. Although we do go back to quite a lot of locations because that's where, a lot more auctions take place. But yeah, I mean, one of the nice things is the diversity, isn't it? Jane Fowler, hello Jane. My son has a Jaffa Cake themed room. He's obsessed. What is it with this orange and brown? We had loads of orange and brown room questions last time. But anyway, he's got a Jaffa Cake themed bedroom. He's obsessed. What, with Jaffa Cakes, I guess. Okay, that means orange and brown, right? Should we redecorate it before putting our house in the market? Estate agents say yes, but is it worth it? If a potential buyer doesn't like Jaffa Cakes, then maybe they don't deserve our lovely house anyway. Well, I agree. I mean, if you don't like Jaffa Cakes, you are, I'm sorry, but well, I guess there are people who don't like Jaffa Cakes, but what's not to like about Jaffa Cake? Wow, it's one of my favourites. I presume your son's room is brown and orange, which really isn't to everyone's taste. So I would probably redecorate it or make fun of it, as in fun with it, when people come round. But you really are trying to depersonalise the house before you sell it, so I would probably go with liquor paint. Steve Barron, hello Steve. Hi Martin, what are your thoughts on downstairs bathrooms? I've seen a number of 3-bedroom terrace houses in regards to rental houses where they have moved the bathroom downstairs to get the extra room. Would you move the bathroom back up? Well, it depends what difference it's going to make to the price you get for the property. Now, depending on where it is in the country, and this is not countryist, but certain parts of the country, it is just most of the houses, or a lot of the houses, have bathrooms downstairs. So everyone that's just kind of accepted, and it's fine. Most people would probably want a bathroom upstairs, and it's a bit of a difficult one because you lose a bedroom, you might lose a bedroom. That's definitely going to affect rental and the number of people who are going to rent the house out. So I would probably, moving a bathroom downstairs, see if you can just jiggle the internal layout upstairs to keep the 3 bedrooms, but retain the bathroom, maybe a smaller bathroom. See if you can find the best of all worlds. Nick, hi Nick, long-time fan, first tweeter. What are your thoughts on the plans for the Dutch-style roundabout that is planned for West Bar? I'm sceptical, but it seems like as a good a place as for them to trial it in Sheffield. Very specific question. What's a Dutch-style roundabout? What about lots of bicycles? Now look, I'm categorising Dutch people as tulip-loving bicycle riders, which of course they're not. Actually, isn't Holland one of the places in the world which has the best generally quality of lifestyle, along with Denmark? So they've definitely got something right. A country filled with lots of tulips, which it definitely does. It must have, right, tulips, because it does have lots of tulips, I know it does. And it definitely has lots of bicycles. That's got to be a good thing, right? It sounds like a bucolic place, but I don't know what Dutch style roundabout is. Gordon Bartlett. Gordon Bartlett. Hi, Gordon. Hi, Martin. Your many years hosting one of the country's leading property programmes has, in my opinion, made you an oracle when it comes to the buy-to-let market. My question is, how many Jaffa Cakes can you fit in your mouth? What is it with Jaffa Cakes this week? It's a very good question, and I love the preamble. You know how to get me, right? I reckon, although I've never tried it, I think 4 would probably be about the max. I think any more, it's starting to get a bit difficult to breathe. So I would guess, although I'm not going to do it, 4. And I love the question. Thank you. There's something going on here. Pablo's Vault of Horror. You'll see why in a minute. I'm buying an end-terraced house with a past history of subsidence, all sorted apparently. Would it be worth getting a surveyor in to reassess it? If so, what type of Jaffa Cakes should I offer them when they come round? I had my eye on the new cherry ones. Cherry Jaffa Cakes? Really? Really? You can't fiddle with a Jaffa Cake, surely. Going back to your question about subsidence, if it's been sorted out and you've got some sort of certificate from the builder who did it, then you should be fine. If for peace of mind and 500 quid, yes, get a surveyor in to look at that specifically. And if they come round, stick with traditional Jaffa Cakes. Enough of Jaffa Cakes already, Justin Gould says. Craig Charles, oh did he? On Craig Charles Funk and Soul mentioned Homes Under the Hammer during his BBC 6 music show on Saturday. Brilliant. I love Craig Charles. It got me thinking, what's your all-time funk and soul tune? Oh, well, I think it has to be something by James Brown, the godfather of soul. probably Sex Machine, right? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how it goes. I do know how it goes. You're trying to think of a song. Anyway, you know what it's like. You've heard it. Sex Machine. Anyway, it's really good. Oh, just awesome. So I think probably something by James Brown. Absolutely awesome. Scouse Twit. Hello, Scouse Twit. What famous people's houses have you visited? Well, I suppose the most famous person's house I visited was David Hasselhoff in Los Angeles. Yeah, it was just as you hoped. It was beautiful, actually. Probably partly influenced by his lovely Welsh wife, Hayley. And so he had an absolutely lovely home. So that's probably the most famous person's house I visited. Crafty Craftings. How do you keep yourself so cheerful? You seem such a happy person. You don't see the outtakes. Try to be positive. It's been really tough, hasn't it? Especially this last lockdown has just been bleh. Yeah, like everybody, crafty craftings. I have down days and I have up days. What big thing for me is going out into the countryside, walking, being in the trees, being in the outdoors. For me, that makes a huge difference, and usually lifts any gloom. Try it I'm sure I don't need to tell you to go out and walk, but there is scientific proof to say that kind of ozone or whatever it is that's released by trees and nature is similar if you're on a forest walk than it is if you go by the sea. So give it a go. I think this is the last question. It certainly is. Steve-O. Hi Martin. On average, how many locations do you film in one day for Homes Under the Hammer? Well, it used to be two a day. Now it's just one. Now we are doing our best to film in a COVID secure. We are filming in a COVID secure way, and with social distancing and all that, and it just cuts down our abilities to film many properties. So it's just one a day at the moment. But I've got a big week next week. I'm going to 4 different locations over 4 days. I'm starting a road trip that starts in Derby, goes up to Grimsby, down to Birmingham, and ends in Walsall, I think. So a fun week ahead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. This is your new Ask Martin Anything, as opposed to the Property Clinic. Make sure that you like this video, and also look out for my live YouTube version of this, probably next week or the week after, but I'll let you know. And where we'll try and do this live, just to mix it up a bit. Don't forget, it's Ask Martin Monday on my Twitter, which is @TV Martin Roberts. On a Monday, you can ask me the questions. And look after yourself.